Obviously, when you're talking about losing a Democratic congressional member and the map process being what it was and how disjointed, I think that you could probably run a political science class on how not to do the redistricting process through what we've seen over the last 4 months. As far as the outcome of the map, I understand the partisan politics and they're making it a 6-2. I think that if we were actually being forthright with the citizens of the state, it would be at the very least a 5-2 and then a 1-50-50 type of a district that looked a lot like what Ron Casey's map looked like.
What is your main beef with the process? You talked about the process and that how not to do it.
Well, I just think if you look at the negotiations or what the conference committee negotiations were like, walking in, gaveling in, and then having everybody wander around the halls and not talking to each other. You have House and Senate members talking about their congressional members liking a map, not liking a map, supposed letters, everything that went on in the process is pretty much one of the more disjointed, I think, that we've seen. And I think that I've heard from folks on both sides of the aisle on the congressional side that have said that if you wanted to have the most blatant example of how not to run your congressional redistricting committee, that would be the one case example it would be Missouri this year.
So would your preference be to have a court draw the map?
I think that if you look at how some of this how this has turned out, I think the questions about how we redistrict as a state have definitely come to look at questions of fairness, transparency, and making sure that partisanship doesn't necessarily win over what's best for the people and best for the state of Missouri. And I think that we need to seriously, over the next 10 years, take a look at what some other states do and how we might be able to make more competitive districts and make sure that we have a little bit better open process for how we do that.